Before we get into this video, please make sure to like and subscribe. Thank you very much.
It's great for us because we're right in the middle of our World Cup qualifying. We've already had 2 rounds, and now we're getting ready for the final 12 spots in the African Cup of Nations, which 4 will advance to the World Cup. And so I think you have to play these kind of teams. You know, obviously Canada is one of the best in the world, and if we want to become in that category with some of the best 7 or 8 teams in the world, we have to play this kind of competition, and we have to get exposed in some areas, which we did tonight, and so we can learn from that. But I also would go on the flip side and say I thought we also created some opportunities, and you know, a ball bounced a little different in the first half. We might be talking about at least a different game in the second half. So I think the girls feel like now they can play with anybody in the world, but we also are smart enough to recognize we've got some areas that we still have to improve in before we're going to be into that elite category. I knew that we were not going to arrive with a full squad, and Oni is a player that's playing in the U.S. college system. I had seen her a few years ago. She's from England, so I'd seen her playing for Arsenal when I was recruiting for the college team, and so I remembered her. And then when we realized we weren't going to get visas for players that needed to get a visa, we needed to find some players that could come directly into Canada without a visa. We just called her up, and you know, she explained both parents are Nigerian, and you know, et cetera, and said, you know what, get on a plane and let's bring you in. I mean, she literally, this is her first time ever with the team. We saw her yesterday in a 1-hour light practice that we didn't do much other than walk through, and then today you're going, you know what, get on the field, let's see you play. So it's a great story for her, but it's an opportunity for us to expand our player pool as well, and I'm very anxious to see what she does moving forward. I think we're in pretty good shape. I think, you know, what I thought might have been a knee with a Nome, which went down a couple of times, really ended up being just cramping a lot. So that's a really good sign for us. You know, Chimaka in goal came out. And again, I was a little concerned that it was a knee, but I think at the end of the day, really she just got a cut on her knee. So she's going to be fine. So I think, you know, considering everything, we came out in pretty good shape. We prepared them for Christine, and again, congratulations to her and Steph both. They've had great careers, and not finished yet. I think Christine still's got a few goals left in her down the road here. So, you know, I think we prepared them for the environment. I guess the good thing is we came to the U.S. last June and played in the tournament, the summer tournament there, and picked up Jamaica and Portugal in the U.S. In the U.S. game, we had the same experience, you know, a sold-out stadium, and it was Carly Lloyd's retirement night, so all the fanfare with that. So most of our players that have kind of experienced that had a little bit of experience in that. And then I think you take somebody like Anome Evie, she's played in 5 World Cups, right? So she's got a lot of experience, and so I just think we tried to settle them, you know, down and say, you know, let's stick to the game plan that we have, knowing that they're going to come out. They're honoring some stars, rightfully so, and that we knew they were going to come out at us, and we had to weather that first 15 minutes or so. And I thought we really came out, as you said, with a really good start, a really composed start to the game, and I think that carried us through, you know, through at least the first half, until we lost a little bit of that composure in the second half early. And I think this will, you know, make us better because, like I said, we had to play some young players that normally didn't play. You mentioned Asisat. We didn't have Vivian as well. We didn't have Iwezu that plays for us up front. We didn't have O'Holly that plays in the back, and then you get those couple. So we can, in some ways, justify that wasn't a full squad. But I think the good thing is we've tried to teach our players that we play with what we have, because you're not always going to have all your players. And I thought the young ones really rose to the occasion. So it's definitely going to better prepare us for AFCON. No question about it. And we're very thankful for Canada for the invitation, because I've always preached we need to play more teams outside of Africa. And we've played Africa quite a bit, teams in Africa. And we need to get this exposure to the top teams around the world as well.